Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Farming Simulator 19 here in Boulder Canyon. We're just going to make sure that the oats are still being planted. I've set this one on its way again, and we are going to go with a hop, skip and a jump back over to this tractor, right where we left it last time. We're on our way to go and get a bucket from the dealership. Now normally the dealership would deliver the bucket to us, but today we're going to be doing things a little bit differently, mainly because the dealership doesn't have the equipment to move the bucket around, so it's just easier if we go and get the thing. So we only need one bucket, just so that we'll be able to clean up the chickens, and then later on the pigs as well, which we'll need the bucket for. The fork that we've got will be absolutely fine for cleaning the cattle once we get them, and it's already fine for clearing up the sheep, so we don't need anything new for those. It's just this next bit. Something I'm a little bit concerned about is whether or not the land that we've currently got is going to be enough to provide all the food we want for the pigs. Because we need to be able to not only fill the pens to the maximum, but we also need to be able to fill the pens to maximum with animals, but we also need to be able to provide all the food that they need in order to be able to feed properly. And that's the bit that I'm wondering about. I am thinking that we may end up needing to get a little bit more land than we've got right now. I mean, it shouldn't take too long, I wouldn't have thought. But that's going to be like the last hurdle, I think, is just getting that extra bit of land for the extra bit of grain. The rest of it is not really a problem. We've got the tree harvester there, so we're able to get through the trees reasonably quickly. It's just that it still takes a bit of time to actually convert new fields, doesn't it? That's the one little bit that's quite time consuming. It's converting the new fields. The rest of it is now flowing along quite nicely, and I think we're doing well. Remember, we've got to get one large pen of each type of animal minimum. Once we've got a large pen full of animals minimum, then we're done. That's all we need to do. So if we've got 3 pens of sheep or 3 pens of chickens or whatever, it doesn't make any difference. That's just going to be extra income. We're not going to be relying solely on timber for income. We'll be able to be using the sheep and the chickens to provide us with extra income in order to help fund buying in additional cows and buying in additional pigs, so long as we've got the stuff to feed them. And that's the other big problem, is making sure we've actually got enough food to feed these animals properly. We need the pen to be filled right up, and we can't have the sheep pen filled one day and then let that drop down a bit and then put everything else into the cattle pen. We have to have every single pen all filled up at the same time. There's no sort of half measures. There's no cutting corners on this. That's what we got. Each pen's got to be full of animals and full of food. That's the thing. Apart from the root crops for the pigs. I have vetoed the root crops for the pigs because they're extremely time consuming. It's specialist equipment. And it just seems like it'd be dragging things out for the sake of it when we don't really need to be doing that. So that's the only thing I'm not going to do is the root crops for the pigs. But the rest of it, definitely we are going to be doing. So next up, we need to just run in here, and there is a small purchase that we need to make, which is a brand new bucket. I'm just going to stop right there a second. Right, I was just having a quick drink. Okay, so we need to go over to here to front loaders, and we want to get our bucket. So that is the universal bucket that takes everything. It carries 940 litres. I don't think we've got any other buckets available. We don't have any other buckets available in here, so we will just go with that one rather than worrying about anything else. So I want to go to customize. I can choose a color for it. Now, I've actually got a Deutz tractor, and I'm hoping to change it at some point, but I'm kind of thinking at the moment I don't want to. So I'm going to color that one green. Although none of the other stuff is coloured, is it? So maybe we won't do that. Let's just stick with the original colour, and we'll just go with that, so that we're because yeah, otherwise we'll have to colour everything. I don't really want to do that. Right, there's one other thing that I want to get. If anybody watched the stream last Friday evening, you will have seen a new thing that has been added in, and this was made especially by Patrio Graysmark. He made these especially. It is a little gift. It is a little box over here. It's an egg box, actually. 15... Oh, okay. I thought it was 15,000 litres. 150,000 litre egg box. So I'm going to buy that one. Like that. I'm actually going to buy 2 of these. Like that. And so it's just... Oh, wait a minute. I bought the wrong ones. There's four different types. Right, they're egg boxes, okay? So I got that one right there. There's the tractor one that I want to buy. So the other one I'll sell back again. You've got a tractor present right there. And so these are egg boxes. You can use them like egg boxes. And look at this. Look, he made this especially for the stream. And it's got, right there, it's got my logo on the corner of it. This is so cool. This is so wickedly cool. So again, we're definitely going to have that one. Yes, we're going to buy that one. And then back, and then there's one more over here, Decor 5. There's a little present there with a bow on it and everything. How awesome is this? Seriously, how awesome is this? It's absolutely wonderful. I love it. Right, so there is the 4 Decor boxes that Patrio Graysmark made. I thought they came out random, which is why I bought an extra one there. So they debuted in the stream. If you want to just get to the bit in the live stream where it was right near the end. So you can watch the last 10-15 minutes of the live stream. It should be up by now. And you'll be able to see the presents being given out. They rolled in. They were brought in. It's all a surprise to me. I had no clue this was coming. It's absolutely fantastic. This is brilliant, is it not? 150,000 litres each as well, which is pretty cool. So those presents, we're going to use those as egg boxes. You know, 'tis the season, so we'll take these back and we'll put those in with the other egg cages that we've got. I know that it might not be quite as realistic as the rest of it, but I don't care. This is absolutely wickedly cool. If you would like a link to this, the link has been provided on the Discord. As Patrio made these himself, this is entirely his mod. He has decided only to share his download link on the Discord. I will not be providing any other links for it, and I would ask anybody that does come along and join the Discord to respect that one, and not to go uploading it anywhere else, please. It's quite easy to join the Discord if you haven't. If you'd really like these egg box egg box gifts that we've got right here, that would be... It's, you know, come along, join the Discord, and there is a link that has been pinned in one of the chat channels with the egg boxes already in it. So you've got them right there to use if you'd like to. If I turn it round that way a bit, there, I want to be able to get all 4 of these presents in here, like this. We also had a Christmas tree. This is the Christmas tree that was on is on Mod Hub. I haven't got that one in this game. I decided against doing a Christmas tree, but I did decide to get the egg boxes because I thought, well, the egg boxes are really, really cool. So let's just drive over into the sunshine a minute so that we can get a better look at these egg boxes. Look at that. Look at that. They are fantastic. So we have a pile of Christmas... it's Christmas presents. We've got a pile of Christmas presents right here. It's absolutely fantastic. And let me just check my my magic little black book. It's Boxing Day for everybody. It is Boxing Day. So, Merry Christmas. I hope you had a fantastic day yesterday. Regardless of whether you celebrate Christmas or not, I still hope you had a fantastic day yesterday. And today is Boxing Day for me, which means... Well, traditionally, Boxing Day was so called because that was the day that you shared gifts. Well, I believe that is the case. I could be wrong on this. I could be entirely wrong. But I believe that Boxing Day, the name came from the fact that that was the day you exchanged gifts. You put gifts in boxes and you exchange them. Hence Boxing Day. It's nothing to do with the sport of boxing. But these days, Boxing Day, people generally just kind of... Well, in my house anyway, and a lot of people I know with my family... Boxing Day is traditionally the day where you lounge about, do absolutely nothing except for feed the animals if you live on a farm. So, you get the animals fed early in the morning, and then you lounge around for the rest of the day doing absolutely nothing, eating leftovers from Christmas Day. So nobody has to cook, nobody has to prepare anything. Once the animals are fed and done, then that's it. It's the rest of the day off, and it's a proper day off for everybody. No cooking, no mad panic, everybody's got the presents, the whole mad rush of Christmas is done, and you just basically collapse in a heap, heaving a sigh of relief knowing that you won't have to go through all that palaver again for another year. And so, yeah, Boxing Day is a very chilled out day. It is a very chilled out day. So, it's several days before Boxing Day for me at the moment. I'm just getting the very last few bits of my recording done so that I can have my week off. But I am hoping when you're watching this that I will also be just chilling out and doing absolutely nothing. I don't have animals to feed, as I don't live on a farm anymore, so I won't be doing that. My sort of equivalent to that is the videos get uploaded every evening for your viewing pleasure, and then in the morning I have to spend about 30 to 45 minutes just making thumbnails and typing up the videos and sort of ticking all the boxes for YouTube and stuff like that. So that's kind of like my daily chores that I've got to do, and that happens regardless. So that will have to happen every day through my week off. But other than that, there won't be anything at all. I'm shutting down for Christmas. So much like many of the farmers that I know will shut down for Christmas, they will do the absolute bare essentials for feeding the animals. They will have gotten all of the food. I know quite a few farmers that will prepare certain types of corn and stuff like that for their animals, or there's all sorts of stuff. They move bedding around. I know a number of farmers that will make sure that there is bedding for a full week in right next to every single animal pen, so that they don't have to drag it out from the main store through the week from... they'll work Christmas Eve and then they will be off until New Year's Day. And so everything that could possibly be needed by the animals is put right next to the animals, ready for them for the week. So it's really easy to go and feed them and get them done, and then that's it. And then they have a few days off. And I know a lot of farmers that plan to have a week off. Some farmers don't quite go for a whole week off. They go for a bit less time than that. But it's still, a reasonable amount of time off, and just to like chill out and enjoy a Christmas break, and have several days where you haven't got the usual mad rush of work all the time. Right, we're going to go around the back over here, and we'll go up the side one up through here. I actually could do a bit of fuel, so we'll stop off by the fuel tank on the way through like that, and I will reload this one. It's not reloading. I need to be over by the pump end of the fuel tank to do this. So we'll go over here by the pump end of the fuel tank. There we go. That's what I want. Right, reload that one a minute. It doesn't take very long to reload. Then we can go and put this with the other thingamajiggies that we've got. Bring that one round. We've got them over here. So there's those pallets there, and we've already got some eggs coming out. Actually, you know what? I'm going to just switch that engine off a second. We've got eggs coming out. I got 628 litres in that one. It's 6.5%. We can have 9,600 litres of eggs in here, and that one's got 21 litres. So you over here, at the moment, you've got nothing. So we can put these, we can just drop them down in front of the chicken pens, in front of the pallets like this. And we'll line the presents up. I'm going to put the Frithgar present right in the middle there. Just like that. Pride of place right in the middle. I love this. It's got my logo on it. How cool is that? It's absolutely fantastic. I am so thrilled about this. It's absolutely fantastic. Yeah, let's just move that one in there. Like that. Like I said, so join the Discord if you would like to get your own copy of this mod. It is available on there. There is a link in the description down below for joining Discord. If it's a link to another video. Watch the other video. Well, it's just a video sort of explaining the Discord, but you don't have to watch the video if you don't want to. But follow the link to the other video, and then the link to the actual Discord is in the description below that video. I did it like that so that if I needed to ever change it, I've only got to change one link on that video. I don't have to go through 1,000 videos changing links everywhere, which I really didn't want to have to do. You know, that kind of things. It's tedious. It's very, very tedious. Right, there we go. 222 litres of wheat that we can bring over here and tip in for our chickens. Just like that. Let's have a look at the chickens. So the oats are being planted. It's coming along quite nicely. We're nearly done with that. And sheep are doing absolutely fine. Cleanliness is 100%. It's pretty clean. I did see a little tiny bit there, which I'll go and do something with. And 370 chickens. We did start with 349 chickens because we had 350 in total, I think. So we're already up 20 chickens. We're only going to need another 30 chickens and the pen will be completely full. We won't need any more. And then we'll sell 50 of them. And we'll keep doing that because there's going to be extra income coming from the chickens. So the actual price of the chickens themselves won't change. But it does mean that we get a little bit of extra income coming from them. So the price of the chickens stays at $50 all the time. I don't think that ever changes. Now, just pick that bit up. Well, I don't need to pick it up. I just need to scrape it, that's all. You scrape it with a bucket pointing mostly downhill. It cleans it off quite nicely. Cleans the whole thing off. Now, I'm going to bring this one over here. I'm going to hose this tractor down a minute. Like this. There we go. We get that one nice and clean so that then we don't have to hang our heads in shame as we drive it around. And we will go and... Actually, we just park this tractor up. We don't need to... I was just thinking we'd take the thingy off, the bucket and everything off. But we don't need to do that. Ooh! What do we need to do? There's a couple of things that we're going to need to do, isn't there? Right, lime I'm not going to worry about until I need to lime the whole field. Possibly I will end up changing... Although that field's going to be about the same size as this one, I think. I don't think there's going to be a huge amount of difference between them. We will need to put weed killer on this field. And we need to put another round of fertilizer on there. That one is all fertilized, apart from a little strip on the bottom. But yeah, so we're going to... Once it's finished planting, we're going to want to put fertilizer on there. And we're going to want to... do weed killer on there as well. So we'll worry about the fertilizer first. Right, that's looking pretty clean, I think. That one was already cleaned. So I will bring the bucket down like that. And forward a little... Oh, hang on. No, that one's... I thought that was the other way round. So we need to go over to this side of it. We'll grab that the trailer. We'll grab that one right there. The hay turner. And we'll put that one away, because I don't think we're going to want this one for at least a day or two. So I'll bring this one back over here, and that can go underneath the edge of the shelter here, where we've had it previously. That one's going to stay in there. So you'll go like that. I'm going to lift that one up so it goes above all of the implements here. I'm hoping it will fit. Now, I'm going to go along this way a bit, and then... around like that. Oh, best not to drive into things, because we'll end up breaking something, won't we? And I'll bring you back this way. Right. Is that gonna... Right, that's definitely not gonna fit. It's got an invisible wall. Oh, no, it doesn't. I thought it had an invisible wall on it. I'm gonna lower that one down anyway. There. And then I can shove it back like that. about as far back as I want it to go, but then we can lift it like that a bit and then lower it down again. That just straightens it out, and then we go like that. Because unfortunately in this game you can't do a partial lift. Whereas you can partially lift something in real life so that you could just have the wheels just off the ground, you're not able to do that in this game. So you've got to just sort of shunt around and slide the wheels sideways as you put them away. Things like that, which is not quite as good, but I mean it's not the end of the world, is it? So we'll dump that one right there, and then I can back round and we can get the fertilizer spinner, and we can start getting the fertilizer on the field from this side. And we've just got the last of the fertilizer to do from the other side. I've already filled this one up, so I can bring this one over and I can throw some fertilizer down just across this top bit right here, along here. So there's the second coat going on there, and I will also be able to do... I'll do a run down this side as well. Let's bring that one right the way up to the end. There we go, that will do. And then we'll run down there. And I'll do some more along the bottom end. We'll try and get as much done as we can, just around the edges. Where are you up to? Oh, he's got a little bit. He's got like a... most of the long strip up through there to do. So he has got a little bit to do to keep him going. But it shouldn't take too long to get through that bit. And then once it's done, we've got the fertilizer I'm already catching up with, and then we'll get the weed killer on as well, and that's it. That's everything that we need to do with the field. We can then focus on cutting down trees. That's going to be the next things. We want to get those trees. I want to get all of those done now. I'd like to get all of those trees taken out, and then... So the next big thing that we then need to do is, once those trees are gone, is we start building our next field. Ploughing up our next field. We've got that to do. I've got a load of tree stumps up there that I'm going to have to get rid of as well. I might go and try and do some of those first. Let's start right there with this one. Excellent, that covers all of it. And... right, perfect. Okay, so that one will carry on there and do that. We're going to skip over here and take a look at this one. He is doing a wonderful, wonderful job. I'm actually going to leave this one going. I'm not going to... I'm just going to leave it to it. I'm not going to worry about it. Just wondering whether we should already start trying... No, I'm not going to start trying to plow anything out on there. I'm not going to try and make that bigger just yet. I'll wait until we've gotten all of the trees removed and everything else done with them, so that we're not going to have any trouble. I'm going to wait. I'm going to follow this tractor up to the other end up there. And then once we've gotten up to the other end, we'll hop off and we'll go and get onto the tree harvester and we'll start cutting these trees here. There are a few more down there that I want to do at some point, but I'm not going to worry about them at the moment. We'll deal with that when we get closer to being able to buy the next animal pen that we want to get. I'm just wondering about the money that we've got. So I want to be saving up some money, but I am thinking that if I was to go and spend a bit of money right now, I'd be able to get more sheep. Like, we've got enough to be able to chuck in an extra 10 sheep, maybe. We've got 86 at the moment. We get one every 11 hours and 15 minutes, which is a pretty good rate of reproduction. But that can definitely go faster than that. And we've got a capacity of 250 sheep in this pen. So it's going to take a long time to build up the 250 sheep if I don't do anything. So if I buy some more... that's just going to speed that little process along a bit, isn't it? It's going to help out, make life a little bit easier for everybody involved, really. Right, I'm going to jump out of there, and you can carry on. You're doing a wonderful job. You know what? I think I'm going to. I think I've felt the vibe coming from everybody here, and you're all giving me this vibe that you want me to go and buy more sheep. So we will do that. Let's just see, what is the price of wool at the moment? Oats are low at 892. Wool is way low at 752. So we're not going to be selling any wool today. That's definitely not going to be happening. We've got some wool up on there. And we've got some more wool on here. I've got 5,000 there, 4,000 in that one, and nearly 9,000 in that one. So it's not bad going. Now, unfortunately, we're not able to go and buy sheep anywhere else. and bring them back, we've got to pay the fees in here to move them over. So we've got to pay $1,600 in total. $1,500 for the sheep, and then another $100 for the fee to transport them, which is a bit unfortunate. Now, I'm going to spend 25... No, I reckon we'll go as high. We'll go 30,000 on this. There we go. $30,400 to buy some more sheep. That's going to leave us with $8,000. That's enough to cover any expenses that we're going to want to buy right now. Oh, wait a minute. No, I've already bought the herbicide tank. I've already done that. Okay, that's fine. So we've got right there $28,500 in new livestock. We've now got, instead of what we did have, what did we have? We had 86 sheep. We've now got 105 sheep. And it's still 11 hours and 50... Oh, of course it is. It's not going to change until time ticks on a little bit. So we're going to have to leave that and wait for time to tick on. It's not going to tick on just yet. And over here, those 4 trees there, are we going to want to move? No, we're not. They're not going to need to be removed, because the field that we're going to do is going to come over to here. This stone is marking the edge of this new field. I'm going to bring it out a bit over to here so that we're able to sort of turn reasonably easily. I have not forgotten, well, I temporarily forget every now and then, but we're supposed to be planting a line of trees along the edge here. We need to plant a line of trees to secure the bank so that it doesn't all fall away, which means that we're going to need to buy a tree planter. So that's something that we do need to do. Otherwise, we end up getting a hefty fine. So if we're doing this reasonably realistically, that is something that we need to do. We need to make sure that we have gone and done that and taken care of that. So some of the money that we get from cutting down the rest of these trees over here, we will be spending on a tree harvester so that we... not a tree harvester, a tree planter, so that we can plant a line of trees along the top of the bank up there. That's quite an important thing that we need to do. I've been reminded of this a number of times. And yes, I haven't done it yet, but it is definitely something that is still on my to-do list. So let's... Oops. Problem is I get too greedy on this, and then I end up bouncing the tree harvester out of the ground because of game mechanics. It's always slightly frustrating when game mechanics cause you to do things that you don't want to do and you wouldn't normally end up doing. It's just ever so slightly frustrating when game mechanics are the fault. Let's just bring you over. But then, I think the physics in this game are quite remarkable. That they're hugely improved on what they used to be. Right? Hugely, hugely improved on what they used to be. I don't know if you remember FS19 when logging was first brought into the game. There was some fair headaches involved with doing any logging whatsoever, moving any logs whatsoever. As soon as you had more than one log in one place, things started to get very, very weird. Very, very bizarre. You were dancing trees, dancing logs. Everything kept dancing, right? It just seemed to be, it was like watching Lord of the Dance. It really was. Okay, you're not supposed to be doing that. You stay there. Let's see if we can do this a little bit better, shall we? Right, we'll do that there, and then I will bring you along this way. You up a little bit over there. And chop that tree. So that one can go over to there. And I'm going to try and work my way along the bottom of this bank. I don't know why I want to do this, but I do. I feel I'd like to try and work along the bottom of the bank. Along here. So I'll bring you up that way. And then I sort of want to head out here. I mean, I'm going to get anything that I can reach as I go along, but I want to mostly get the ones along the very bottom of the bank. I'm also thinking I might try and chuck them out onto the road. If I can chuck them down onto the road down the bottom, I don't know. It just seems like it might be, well, I was going to say fun, but, you know, it could be interesting at least, because then it's going to be easier to go and pick them all up with the who's me call it? You know, the thingamajiggy, the autoloader. We'll drive the autoloader along the bottom there, and it should be fairly easy for it to go and pick everything up. Now, Fertilizer. He's doing alright out here. So long as he doesn't get too far ahead of himself, we should be alright with the fertilizer. We've just got this one last run with our tractor now. Oops. Okay, that's pulling me down the hill. Getting dragged down the hill over the edge of the steep bank down here. This was not part of the master plan. Didn't actually want that to be happening. But it looks like we're going to be alright. So that one there I need to chop up. So I'll jump out and do that a minute. I'll run down here and I will grab that one and I will chop it up. There we go. Right. That one's gone. And you are done. So I've got to immediately jump that back onto 5 times speed. Like that. Because we're finished. He's actually done a really good job. He's gone and picked out everything on here. I will just double check via the map. We'll zoom in like this and we go over to growth. There is a bit down there. We've got to go down and get that bit. Yeah, one little tiny bit down there. Start you up. Fertilizer is doing a great job as well. We've just got a little bit that we need to tidy up there at the end, but we'll worry about that at the end. I want to race down this way. Try and beat him down there. Because there's a bit here. It'll be in front of this road sign, I suspect. It'll be over here. Yes. It's right in front of the sign right there. That's the bit that I want to take out. So I will do that. And we're going to have to come along here and do something with the fertilizer anyway. Because it's also gone and missed a little bit here with the fertilizer. So we'll deal with that as well. There. That's all done. Everything finished in here. Let's fold that one up, and we can take that one back ready for washing. But that is all I've got time for today. So if you've enjoyed this episode, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.